Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy DHD checking in to give you part 3 of my Life After Prison series. So I told y'all that today I would be giving y'all a little bit of insight and a little bit of details as to how I was growing up as one, a fatherless child, and two, watching a single mother of three do everything that she needed to do to ensure that her kids had everything that they needed, whether that was food on the table, clothes on our backs, a roof over our head, hot water to shower in, good education, good health, love, affection, all the things that children should get from a mother and a father. She made sure that she gave this to her from one person, and that was from her. You know what I mean? So I've always been inspired. I've always been motivated by her for that. And I've always adored her for that, you know what I mean? To sit there and watch her tenacity, you know what I mean? And her willingness and the sacrifices that she was willing to make and to take in order to make sure that we were happy and that we had all the things that we needed in life. You know what I mean? So that's why I post these videos for Women's History Month, to uplift and to motivate you women out there who are going through a similar situation. I know how it feels to sit there and, a mother feel that, that the rest of the world doesn't notice the time and the energy and the effort that you're putting in to raise these kids so that they don't feel neglected, they don't feel abandoned, they don't feel unloved. You know what I mean? There's somebody out there who notices what you're going through, you know what I mean? Even if it's just one person, you know what I mean? Somebody notices you, you know what I mean? And I just want to motivate you and uplift you, you know what I mean, and encourage you to continue with the fight, you know what I mean, because your kids are watching you, you know what I mean? They look up to you, no matter how much you may believe they do, they look up to you. I look up to my mother, you know what I mean, a whole lot. You know what I mean? And I love her and I respect her, you know what I mean? And that's why I want to motivate you women and put y'all on a pedestal up here. No matter how much society or anybody else wants to put you down here, as a man, ODHD, put y'all on a pedestal up here, you know what I mean? And I don't even have to know you. But whatever it is that you're going through, stay encouraged and be motivated and continue to chase your dreams and teach your children that no matter what they're going through in life, you know what I mean? Don't never stop chasing your dreams and to never give up, you know what I mean? Fighting the good fight. So as far as growing up as a fatherless child, I know how it is to not have that father there. I know how it is to have a burning desire inside of me, you know what I mean, to have that guidance and that leadership and that love and affection from a man, you know what I mean, that he needs to give a young man. But I didn't have that, unfortunately, growing up, you know what I mean? So growing up as a young man, I know how it is to, wonder, well, what is it that I did wrong for my father not to be here? Or does he not like me? Does he not love me? Or is he ever going to come back into my life? Am I ever going to get to meet him? Am I ever going to, know if I look like him, or just all these different questions, man, and thoughts and concerns and emotions that go through in a young man's mind. I know how it is to go through that, you know what I mean? And I also know how it is to take that pain, internalize it, bottle it up, you know what I mean, and lash out at the world, you know what I mean, in a very crazy and a rebellious way, whether it be, selling drugs, doing drugs, running with gangs, shooting at people, having people shot at me, you know what I mean, showing up to the house, you know what I mean, at the crazy nights, man, of fighting and doing all this other crazy stuff, you know what I mean, that I won't go into detail about, but I know how it is, you know what I mean, to, walk down the street and to watch another little boy throw the football with his dad, or shoot basketball with his dad, or throw the baseball with his dad, you know what I mean, and wonder like, man, am I ever going to get to do that, you know what I mean, and why can't I do that? You know what I mean? And go ask them, hey, can I play with y'all? You know what I mean? I know how it is, man. So I took that hurt and I didn't know how to process it, and I didn't know how to talk to anybody about it. You know what I mean? So I lashed out at the world. You know what I mean? And there's a saying that hurt people are hurt people. You know what I mean? So you may not realize that you're hurt, you know what I mean? But your actions do. You know what I mean? Because you're out there doing crazy things, and you know what I mean? You're lashing out and you're thinking like, man, you know what? While I'm hurt, you know what I mean? I might as well go seek hope and comfort in people, places, and things, and do crazy things that I know I shouldn't be doing in the first place. You know what I mean? But when you don't talk to nobody and you don't let that pain be known in a positive way, that pain is going to be known in some kind of way, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. And unfortunately, my pain was made known to the world in a negative way. That's why I did some of the things that I did for, for some of you people who know me. I used to do a lot of crazy stuff, you know what I mean? And that's what eventually led me to prison, you know what I mean, because I didn't know how to talk to nobody. I didn't know how to ask for help, you know what I mean. I just wanted to go out there and do whatever the hell it is that I wanted to do, and I found every single reason to justify, my negative actions, but I couldn't find one reason to commit one positive action, you know what I mean. So I know how those things go, man, to not have a father around, you know what I mean, and be the oldest of three, man, and think that you got some kind of responsibility or role to fulfill at the house, and you're trying to do it, but you're doing it in a negative way instead of in a positive way. You know what I mean? I should have took, the example of my mother, you know what I mean, working hard, you know what I mean, and doing everything that she had to do to provide for us. You know what I mean? The same example that a woman set, you know what I'm saying, in front of me, I should have took that and did it in a positive way. But instead, I went and I applied that example in a negative way. You know what I mean? I went out to the streets and I got it by any means necessary, and I never gave up. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, it landed me in prison for 7 years. You know what I mean? And not only 7 years of just prison time, you know what I mean, but 7 years of heartache for my family. You know what I mean? For that hardworking mother who I love and I adore so much, you know what I mean? I broke her heart and I hurt her by going to prison, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know how to ask for help. I didn't know how to talk to somebody. I didn't know how to process my pain of not having my father around, you know what I mean? So, that's just a little bit of details and a little bit of insight into my life growing up, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that, we'll get into detail about, you know what I mean, later on in the series, you know what I mean? But a lot of people have been asking, why are you posting these videos for Women's History Month? What inspires you? What motivates you? Well, I hope that today, whatever I told you, gave you a little bit of insight, you know what I mean, as to how I was growing up, you know what I mean, a fatherless child and watching a single mother of three. So for you women who are watching this, I hope that you are inspired and that you're motivated every single day by these videos, and that you're out there motivating your fellow women. And I just want you to know that there's somebody out there, and that person is me. And there's somebody else out there possibly too as well that notices your time, your energy, and your effort into raising your children. And you know what I mean? And the fight that you're fighting right now, you're not alone. There's plenty of other women who are going through the same things, whether a little bit worse or whether a little bit better. But you can only worry about the fight that you're fighting right now. You know what I mean? Continue to be a good example for your children, you know what I mean? And show them, man, that there's a better way out. You know what I mean? For any men who are watching this, you know what I mean, please continue to do what you have to do as a father, if you are a father, to raise your children the right way and to be there for them. You know what I mean? Because if there's nobody else for them, man, to show them how to process pain, you know what I mean, and to deal with the things that they're going through, the questions and the concerns, you know, that they have of not having a father, you know what I mean, they're going to lash out at the world, and they're going to do some crazy things, and they're going to lash out in a negative way, you know what I mean? So please continue to do what you need to do as a father and raise your children the right way, you know what I mean? Don't fail your children. Don't fail these women, you know what I mean, as boyfriends or husbands, you know what I mean? And don't fail yourself as a man, period, you know what I mean? Don't fail society, you know what I mean? If there's a young man who's watching this, who's fatherless, just know that I'm somebody who's, I've experienced that, you know what I mean, firsthand. I know what it is that you're going through. So if you feel that you need to talk to somebody, you know what I mean, I'm somebody that you can talk to. You can message me. We can talk about whatever it is that you're going through. And there's a lot of other resources out there that you can get involved with, you know what I mean, that are willing to give you help, you know what I mean, and talk to you and let you vent about whatever it is that you're going through, being a fatherless child. But please don't go out there and vent out at the world, man, and think that you need to take matters into your own hands in a negative way to help provide at the house, or you know what I mean, or just go lash out at the world as if the world is responsible for the hurt that you're going through, because the world is not responsible. You're not even responsible for the hurt that you're going through. You're only responsible for the action that you take due to that pain. You know what I mean? So I hope that people, women, men, you know, anybody in general that watched this video were inspired, motivated today, and I hope that answered the questions as to why I've been posting the videos that I've been posting. This is ODHD checking out. Please go to ODHD TV on YouTube, subscribe, like these videos, share them with somebody, and be on the lookout for new music coming through. All right, peace.